and welcome to another video. Today I am doing my 15 most anticipated books of 2015. Now normally when I do something like this I'll have the covers show up over here, but some of these books don't have covers released yet, so I'm not even going to worry about it, but I will leave links below to all of these books on Goodreads so you guys can check them out if you'd like, okay? There were so many books coming out this year that I am beyond excited about. Narrowing it down to 15 was super hard for me. But in the end, it was done and I've got my list. So I'm just gonna hop right in. And just so you guys know, this list is going to be in no particular order whatsoever. So the first book I'm ridiculously excited for is A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Now I'm sure you guys all know I love the Throne of Glass series. I adore Sarah J. Maas, and I read the Star Killers cycle, I think it's called, the one that her and Susan Dennard write together. I read that and I love her writing so much. So when I heard that she's doing a new fantasy adult series, I wanted to die. And this book sounds amazing. Amazing. Look at this, my face can't stop smiling. I'm so excited. I would literally murder for an ARC of this. I kid you not. I would like death. The next book is The Winter's Crime by Marie Rukowski. That is the second book to The Winter's Curse, and I loved The Winter's Curse so much. I loved it. And the second one, I'm super excited to see what's going to happen because Kestrel, I think I'm saying her name right, I don't know, the heroine, in this book supposedly she's a spy and she's working like the other side, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say too much for those who haven't read the first one, but I'm really excited to see where this is going to take her and her relationships with people. You guys know who I'm talking about. But I'm very excited. I think it will be fantastic. The next book I'm really excited about is Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. That is the next book after The Diviners, and I loved The Diviners, and I'm so excited for the second one because there's so many characters that we got introduced to in the first one that we didn't really get to see the full story or see where they're going or anything like that. Evie was the main character basically, Evie and Jericho, but I want to know what's happening to some of the other people, so hopefully that will come out in this book. And Evie kind of dropped a bomb at the end of the book. I'm not going to say for those who haven't read it, but she's stupid and I'm really excited to see her decision bite her in the butt, hopefully in this next one. The next book I am super excited for is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I cannot wait. It's about parallel worlds and a guy that can jump between them. There's like red world, or red London, grey London, white London, and there used to be black London, but apparently nobody talks about that. But he somehow ends up committing treason or something and he's on the run. This kind of makes me think about Howl's Moving Castle, the animated movie, kind of how Howl is like, you know, the magician guy, and he's got his door with the colors and he can go to different places. It kind of reminds me of that, and I love Howl's Moving Castle, so I'm really excited. I cannot wait to read it, and I can tell already, Kel, the main character, I'm gonna love him. I'm gonna love him. I can already tell and I'm so excited. I think this one comes out next month actually. I need to pre-order it because I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. The next book is Vision in Silver by Anne Bishop. It's the third book after Written in Red and Murder of Crows, and I loved both of those books to death. I love that world, and I can't say anything because it's the third book, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love the mystery in every book. I love every single character in the books. I love the writing. This one is going to be so good, and I am hoping for some romance between some certain people because it has just been drawn out over the last two books, and I need some smoochy time, big time, because it's driving me crazy. The next book does not have a title yet, but it's supposed to be coming out sometime this year, and that is the fourth book in the Raven cycle, and it is the last one, and that's by Maggie Stiefvater. I love the Raven Boys. I love all of the books that have come out so far, the Raven Boys, the Dream Thieves, and Blue Lily Blue, and I'm really excited for this book, but at the same time I've got that little pit of like dread in my stomach sitting right there because when I read it, it's over, and I don't want it to be over, so I'm really kind of sad about it, but at the same time, there's so much that has to be wrapped up and so much mystery and things that haven't been resolved, and I am putting my heart in Maggie Stiefvater's hands right now, but I believe that she will do a good job. She better do a good job, or I will be sending her tons of hate mail. I will. The next book on my list is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Dark Artifices, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I actually have not finished the Mortal Instruments series yet. I've read all the Infernal Devices books, the 3 of them. Those were fantastic, and I used to love the Mortal Instruments. Like, I was literally obsessed with Jace. Like, really, it was bad. It was bad, but I haven't read the last 2 books yet, and I actually ordered them from Book Outlet, so they should be arriving any day, and I think I'm going to marathon the whole series, and I got the Bane Chronicles for my birthday from my brother, so that will be out of the way, and then no doubt I will be 10 times more excited for Lady Midnight. Right now, I'm just excited for Lady Midnight because it is Cassandra Clare, and I'm happy that after I finish the Mortal Instruments series, I have something to look forward to. But I haven't read about it very much because I'm not sure if it's going to spoil anything for the Mortal Instruments series, which I have managed to stay spoiler-free since the last book came out and everything. I have been avoiding spoilers like the plague, so do not say anything. I don't know how the series ends. I don't know anything about the last 2 books. And if you say anything, I will make you regret it. Okay, the next book is The Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan. That is the first book in his new Norse mythology series he's doing, which I'm excited for. I didn't read his Egyptian one. I've got like the first 2 over on my shelf. Haven't read them, not particularly interested in reading them. I really like Norse mythology a lot though, and I'm hoping that because Magnus, the main boy in this series, and Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series are apparently related, I'm hoping we might get some crossover. Percy, 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 Percy! Please, please, please. I need it so bad. I need it so bad. So I'm excited for this one, mostly just because of that, and because now that the other 2 series, Percy Jackson's over and Heroes of Olympus are over, I need some new Rick Riordan in my life. The next book on my list is another one without a title, but it is the 4th Throne of Glass book by Sarah J. Maas. Don't even need to explain this one. I love Throne of Glass. Heir of Fire was so great though that I feel like she's gonna have a hard time topping it. I completely believe in her. I believe in her so much. I know she will be able to do it. I love her to death. She can do it. I really, really believe she can, and there are so many things going on. I mean, the plot is thickening big time, and I'm gonna start squealing. I don't want to wait for this one. It probably isn't gonna come out for like 10 million months. I mean, it's supposed to be this year, but probably the end of the year, like Heir of Fire, like October or something, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Alright, and the next book I'm ridiculously excited for is Winter by Marissa Meyer. That is the last book in the Lunar Chronicles, which I can't believe the Raven Boys and the Lunar Chronicles are going to be over this year. The books better not come out around the same time. I don't know if they do. They probably will, and I won't be able to handle the heartbreak, and my mourning periods are going to overlap, and then I'm just going to be in a filthy, awful depression, and I'm overwhelmed right now, you guys. Talking about all these books is really overwhelming me and making me anxious and making me scared for this year because I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle all the fantastic books coming out. I really don't know if I'm going to. But at the same time, I'm so goddamn excited, I don't even know what to do. Anyways, back to Winter. Not going to talk about it since it is the conclusion to the series, but I will say I'm very fascinated by Winter as a character. We got a little hint of her at the end of Crest, and that girl has something not going on quite right. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it, and it's going to be great, and I cannot wait. The next book is actually a book that comes out tomorrow that I have not pre-ordered. I don't know what is wrong with me, and so I'm going to be reading it late, and that is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, the second book to Red Rising. I loved Red Rising so much, and I just read it recently, so it's still fresh in my mind, and I just totally blanked that Golden Sun is coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be intense, it's gonna be emotional, and it's gonna make me cry. All four of those things are now certain after reading Red Rising. The next book is another one that also comes out this month, and that is A Cold Legacy by Megan Shepherd. That is the final book in the Madman's Daughter trilogy, which I loved, and the last book left us hanging so bad. And I'm excited because this one has to do more with like Frankenstein. The first one had to do with the Island of Dr. Moreau. The third one, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Sorry, I blanked for a second. And then this one kind of has to do with Frankenstein, which I love Frankenstein. So I am really, really excited. That one I have pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it. I'm getting it. I'm so excited. It's going to be great, and it's going to be dark, and it's going to be spooky, and it's going to give me the shivers, and it might make me cry. I don't know. I'm imagining the ending possibilities, and there might be tears. The next book is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Something, I don't know. And this one I'm really excited for. I love the whole, like, high class, low class, somebody from low class goes up to high class to infiltrate. It's very interesting to me, and I really love it. So this book sounds fantastic, and it looks fantastic. The cover is beautiful, just beyond beautiful, and I'm very, very excited for this one. I think I'll be pre-ordering it. I always get nervous about pre-ordering like the first book in a series if it's not an author I don't know. So I'm a little anxious, but I think I'll like this one. I think I will. The next book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I really liked her Shadow and Bone series, and I really loved The Darkling, so she made a character I loved, so I'm going to give Six of Crows a chance. I don't know much about this book, to be honest. I just kind of skimmed over it and was like, whoa, new series, and it sounds interesting because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but I believe it's set in the same world as the Grisha trilogy, but I could really be wrong. I don't know. But if it is, that's really interesting to me, and it's gonna have a cast of characters I think I'm gonna like from what I've read, just from the little bits that have been released so far. I really think I'm gonna like this book. It sounds kind of gritty, you know, and I really like that. Alright, and the last book that I am super excited about, or at least the last book on this list, because trust me, there are a lot more, is Magic Shifts by Ilona Andrews. I love the Kate Daniels series. Kate Daniels is one of my favorite heroines of all time. Curran is amazing. I love these books. They are adult urban fantasy, so I don't talk about them too much on my young adult book blog or booktube. I know I've mentioned them a few times, but love these books, and I am so excited for the next one. Every single book is so fantastic, so much fun, so dark, so gritty, so twisty. I love it. This series, in all seriousness, is one of the series I reread the most. I reread these books all the freaking time because I love them so much. Okay, so there is my list. That was more emotionally, like, crazy than I was expecting, because then I was just thinking about all of them, and I feel like jittery right now, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for any of those books. I'm gonna cry if I think about how long I have to wait for some of them. So please let me know what your guys' most anticipated books of 2015 are. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.